Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Wednesday, November the 7th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me? This is the email address you can use. This is a link to get into our 100% free trading room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free trading room. I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern time. That's when I start to share my screen. I get live on the mic at about 9:05. I go to 3:30. From on Mondays to Thursdays and 3 o'clock on Fridays. In this email, you will see a link for a subscription with a promo code Holly Drive, all in capital letters. Instant 25% savings either on the first month only of a standard or premium subscription or the entire year of a standard or premium subscription. And I'll keep saying this until that November 14th date. If you have a premium subscription, you already have Brokerage Plus. Even if you've never used it before, there's nothing for you to do. You can only use Brokerage Plus right now if you have interactive brokers. There will be some other brokers hopefully added in the future. I don't know when or who they might be. But again, if you have our premium service, you have access to Brokerage Plus, even if you're not using it. If you don't have our premium service and you're thinking that you might like Brokerage Plus, and I have a link, there's a link in the email for you, then you should get it before November 14th, because on November 15th, it will no longer be part of the premium service. It will be an $1,100 one add-on, one-time charge. But again, if you're thinking about getting it, you should do it now. And you'll always have it. It'll be free for life for you as long as you maintain your premium subscription. So you can't go back to down to standard and then say, oh, I want to go back to premium. Once you have to maintain your premium subscription, and that therefore Brokerage Plus would be for you for life. All right. So what happened today? So there were some excellent trades from Holy Grail today. Now, unfortunately for me, I was kind of wrapped up in a couple of trades with Delphi. I'm not even going to go over them. Made a little bit of money. I reshorted it twice. Made a little bit of money, but because of that, I kind of missed some early trades. One of them was Joan, which, look at this. I mean, this Joan, few days ago, maybe last week or so, Joan also was triggered by Holly, and it just shot up. Let's take a look at it on the daily chart. I think you'll see the day. So on that day right there, and I remember it because I think it was literally at 5 to 12, and I just went on my break. But even then, then I was on my break till 12:30. It didn't pop up immediately. I think the alert was around $3 or so. That makes sense. Yeah, it was about $3 or so, and give you lots of time. It pulled back a little bit, and so anyway, I remember that one. And let's get back to the 15-minute time frame. And so there was the alert today. 278 is the 15-minute chart. 278. I mean, look what it did. Got all the way up almost to $4 again. So and again, unfortunately, and here's the interesting thing to me. 278 now. You had time, but people people get very, very upset about I can't get it right at 278. Well, first of all, if you watch the way I trade, I never take the Holly trade right at the price. I like to see. It's not because I don't like the price. It's like, well, before I commit, I like to see what the pattern is. I like to see what it looks like on the daily. What is the market doing? Yeah, a few things. So even if I waited and said, okay, here's where I'm going to take it. 290, 12 cents away. It still has so much room in it. This one did anyway. So anyway, that was one. But the one I did take from Holly, which turned out to be pretty good. It was a difficult trade in that the spread wasn't great. Here was the alert. And here's another situation. There's the alert at 224. But I waited on this one a little bit. I think it was popping around this area. Also, the spread was a little bit tough. It was about, if I look at the spread right now, that's okay right now. It's about a nickel, but I think it was about 10 cents, maybe 12 cents. So I had to try to pick a midpoint. Got the trade right here at 22.34, and look what it did. It got all the way up to 23.46. I'd love to say I got it right at the high here. Averaged out right around here, about 22.90. So nice trade from Holly. I mean, it was an earnings play. That's what we're seeing. A lot of these stocks that are triggering are earnings plays, or they've had earnings within, let's say, the last 5 days, or they're having earnings in the, within about 5 days of the future. So these stocks are pretty active. This is the most active earnings week. We have 1,600 companies releasing earnings. Next week we're down to 800, so cut in half, but that's still a lot of companies. So we still have, the balance of this week, and next week should be still really active around earnings. And what else? Couple of little, I had a decent swing in this one. This was a Holly alert from yesterday. It's not showing. It was another Holly Grail. I don't have that one loaded, I guess, but the alert was at 722. I can tell you right there, the alert from yesterday was at 722 from Holly, one of the Hollies, can't remember which one. And I was in this one, and it was not a bad trade, and I almost was going to swing this. It sort of met all my requirements, but I just decided not to. I think one of the reasons, let's take a look at it on the daily time frame. I mean, this had earnings 3 days ago, so I mean, there was a reason for this. And yes, it had a little bounce yesterday, but remember, for all the reasons it went down like this, they were still intact. So a lot of times, if I'm going to swing something, I'm a little leery about doing it when it's a situation like this. Had it been a lot longer, maybe a few days out, and then it was starting to make a move, I thought, okay. But this, to me, was maybe a little too soon. Maybe, okay, we're going to play a little bounce today and see what happens. But yesterday, I'm sorry. So this was the reaction to earnings. Then we had a day like this. Then yesterday had a little bit of a bounce. So anyway, I didn't take it, but get back to the 15-minute candles. I did end up taking it today. Watch the action, a little bit of action in the pre-market. That's that 10 area there. And it ended up taking the trade right about, I think it was 820. Yeah, it was at 820. And I actually think it popped up, and then it came down, and I think I ended up taking it on that candle. And a little bit of anxiety right there, but then it moved really well and got up to 867. I actually took some out at 863. And then as it started coming down, I looked at that candle. I thought, okay, if it can hold at 845 and start moving up, I'll hold it. And it didn't, and I got out at 840, right around 840, 843. So I got some out here and here, and I'm obviously not swinging it right now. Now, part of me says, I guess if it gets back up here, I may take a look at it at the end of the day. But right now, I'm not that interested in it. And again, I'm influenced a little bit about the earnings 3 days ago. Obviously not good. This may be just some kind of a bounce that may not be able to sustain itself. All right. Well, today is the last official day of the test drive. It went. I think it went very well. I think we were able to show Holly, and the way I was showing it anyway. As I've, if you've been in the room, I love to show it on sort of on the risk off percent column. See the ones that are strong all day, right at the top. And that's how I like to. I don't care about the ones that aren't doing well. I just want to see the ones that are right at the top and see if, even if I miss an early entry, who knows, maybe later on they will set up. Again, I think I've got rid of the CTSO. I think I got rid of my chart, right? Well, let me just bring a chart here, because you can see, hopefully this will show it, CTSO. So the alert was right around here, but look how it's basing now. So the fact that I missed it, I think I was just starting my break also. The fact that I missed it here, I think the alert was at, well, let's click on it, I'll find it. I don't know why it's not showing it at 1039. The alert was right around here. Oh, I know why. It's not. I'm not on the right Holly. But anyway, the alert was right around here, and then it popped. It got as high, I think, as well, 1091. The alert was at 1039. It got it, and it's still at 1091. So the fact that I've missed this earlier it may be setting up. Especially, I love that bottoming tail. You know, the sellers tried to knock it down, and the buyers have maintained it. So now this is my thought process. I look at the daily chart and I say, okay, what sort of room does this have? I actually have an alert set right here at the high of these 1, 2, 3, almost 4 candles, and even the 5th one. So you can see that if it can take this out right here on about it's just over $11, you know, this might be a continuation play tomorrow from Holly, and it's an earnings play. See the difference between that other one? This is a positive earnings reaction, and we may start to fill that void tomorrow. So I'll see what happens. It may even happen today. So let me shut that down, bring back my capture program, and just again, a reminder, there is the email address to use if you have any questions for me. Link for our free room. Remember, there's a 25% promo right now, and that promo will be live until 11:59 Sunday. That's on November the 11th, 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the West Coast or some other time zone, don't wait till the bitter end. It won't be alive. So, and that'll give you 25% off first month of standard or premium, or the entire year of standard or premium. All right, everybody. Hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.